Hello YouTube, this is Galway Yu-Gi-Oh here, and this is my walkthrough of Dark Souls 3. This is a continuation of my beginner's guide. However, since that was a beginner's guide and not a a full walkthrough, I decided to rename part 10 forwards to the walkthrough. I think this makes more sense because it's no longer beginner's guide. By now you should have gotten a bit of experience in the game, or if you're just watching for fun, it doesn't really matter what it's called anyways. So yeah, we're continuing on to the Road of Sacrifices. This is the method you do go to get there. I decided to record it all in case you get lost. In between now and the last episode, I actually went back to Firelink Shrine and gave Ludleth of Curland, which is the small guy sitting on the throne, the transposing kiln that dropped from the Curse Rod of the Great Wood. This allows us to transpose boss weapons. And when I've killed a few more bosses, I might go back there and show you some of the options, but I don't see the point in doing that just yet because well, honestly, there's not that many options yet. I think there's actually just 4 weapons available right now, because the first boss you kill, Ludex Gunder, doesn't actually give a soul. So yeah, it's a bit sparse. And you get 2 items per soul, by the way. I think there's one boss in the game that gives 3 items. Well, you don't get 3 items per soul, you get 3 options per soul, or 2 options standard. And you get to choose one of them, and obviously... Oh, wait. I never sent her back to the shrine. Send her back. I can't believe I forgot that. It's a good thing we came this way. I was actually thinking about coming straight through. Alright, and here is pretty much where we need to go. Go through these doors. This is pretty much the same building where that giant... I'm inclined to think he's Hawkeye Go, but that's where he is. Oh, this has gone up. I need to take the one down. Yeah, kind of looks... Well, the thing is, he kind of sounds similar to the giant in Dark Souls 1, but he kind of looks like... No, he has a big bow and arrow, which is like Hawkeye Go, but he looks like the giant from Dark Souls 1, the Smith, but I know he can't... He's neither, I don't think. Or maybe he is Hawkeye Go that's just so old that he's become decrepit like the giant Smith in Orlando. I don't really know. Or maybe they were just trying to mix 2 characters kind of as a bit of fan service, I'm not really sure. Okay, there's no point in having a shield here. You might as well just be super careful and try and avoid his attack, because you still get frostbitten even if you block his attacks. Be super careful here. This guy's really aggressive, and he's actually harder than any boss so far. Oh. Super aggressive, and just really strong and hard hitting. There we go. I can't believe I've done that without getting it. So yeah, that's that guy done. You'll have a lot you can skip him actually completely by just running to these doors. You can open them at any point if you're having trouble with them. And honestly, that's a guy I can't really give a cheap way to kill him, because he's just pretty much avoidance. I mean, I guess with any monster that isn't on... Actually, in pretty much every enemy in the Souls game, if you just circle around them, you can probably make them a lot easier. There's exceptions to this rule, of course, but in general, especially beast kind of looking monsters, you can just kill them by circling around them. Humanoid less so, but still. I can think of a large amount of enemies in this game, in Dark Souls 1 and in Dark Souls 2, that all suffer from that same weakness, just circling around them. There's some bosses in Dark Souls 2 I can think of right now that actually can't hit you if you just circle around them. They have no moves that can stop that. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's a great tip actually. Just circle around. If that doesn't work, then you're gonna have to find your own strategy. But circling around is just a generally good, safe strategy the first time you see a boss. There's an item over here. There's not really much to discuss about these items, mostly soul packets. You got a shriving stone over there, which is kind of useless, I kind of think, because in this game there's generally no reason to leave your weapon uninfused unless it can't be infused, in which case you'd never use the shriving stone on it anyways. I like the way I killed the Earthful Knight, but I'm getting my ass kicked here. I should probably use a shield. Okay, there we go. These guys are an absolute pain once they transform. They do give you a number of seconds before they transform, obviously, to kill them. They just do nothing, but once they transform, you're in for a bit of hell. Okay, be careful. There's two of them above us on a ledge. So once that guy screams, this sorcerer guy screams, they will be summoned. There's another one up there, but I don't think he aggroes. I think only that guy we've just killed aggroes. To our left is I don't know if it's not an NPC invader. It's actually I don't even want to say it's an NPC because you don't even have the name of the character. So therefore it can't really be a character, but it's pretty much similar to an NPC in that it's a humanoid like you with a weapon. That I don't know how to describe these guys, but they're like NPCs. Easy to kill, like most NPCs, just stagger lock them because they don't have boys like you don't have boys. Oh wow, thanks for the free kill. Drops the butcher knife, a strong strength weapon. I don't think it scales with anything other than strength, but it has high strength scaling, and I think it's the requirement of 24 strength and nothing else. Let's have a quick look at it just to confirm. Yeah, 24 strength, no other requirements, and A scaling with strength. Quite a good weapon, actually. Especially for starters, because it can heal you as well. I'm personally just not a fan of it, though. Above us, that guy is awake, so he could technically drop down on us, but I'm not sure. No, he doesn't. He hasn't even transformed yet, but he has woken, so... Usually he's asleep if you avoid the wizard guy screaming. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful of this bridge as well, guys. Mainly if you run straight through, you'll just get your ass kicked. Drop down here and circling around can help you take out one or two of them without them ambushing you, and that will make the whole and the rest of the ambush so much easier to let these guys to deal with this. A genuinely huge difference. Now, one of these dogs is a super power dog. I think it's this one approaching us, and the other dog is a normal dog, so just be careful. Oh, that other one went straight off. Oh, he didn't. Okay, once that guy's down, it's pretty much normal dog time. The other one is a special grab move that eats you alive, I think. It's not the normal grab move, it's a special one, and it's quite nasty. And that's pretty much it for the items here, actually. There's one more before the next bonfire. But overall, this is quite a short area, but can be difficult if you fall for this ambush. Although I don't see why you would, honestly. I thought I was getting a jumping attack there, but apparently not. Okay, let's get the dagger first. The sides do much more damage, but are easier to avoid, I think. Plus, they don't stun lock you, whereas the daggers do. Overall, just an easier enemy. Oh, nasty. I didn't think I'd knock him off there. It's a pity he didn't go off the full end of the cliff, because he doesn't really drop much. I think he drops his staff, but I've never really liked being a caster in these games, so I don't really care about that. And here we are at this bonfire. Okay. Two NPCs over here, so let's rest. Alrighty. So this is Anri of Astora and Horus. Horus doesn't talk, but he gives you the Covenant item to join the Blue Sentinels, which if you get summoned to help... so the Blue Sentinels, pretty much, what they do is once you have the Covenant item equipped, it'll let you be summoned in to help normal players' worlds if they get invaded. So if a Red Phantom invades another player's world, you get summoned to help the host, who is the player that just got invaded, and you have to have that Covenant item equipped, but they never get summoned because they're buggy. That and the Dark Moon Blades just never get summoned. I don't know why that is, but yeah. Let's continue on and talk to Anri.
Oh, hello. How do you do?
We are skipping through the dialogue, though. In fact, there's no point really for me to talk to these NPCs because I'm never going to be summoning them throughout the entire playthrough because, well, I'd rather kill the bosses without summoning, but If you do talk to them and continue their quest lines, you'll be able to access them for summoning at different points later in the game. Only a couple of bosses have this though, so it's not a huge deal, but it's still advised to do so since you might have trouble with some of the bosses like the Pontiff. Okay, drop down here. You could take any route to get around this big circular swamp area. This isn't even the swamp, it's the Crucifixion Woods, but yeah, you I like it dropping down here first because it gives you the least trouble, I find, and allows you to pick up the most items and get the most things. There's a dog here plus one of these spear-wielding guys. They're the one who won't get up until you go near him, so you can take this guy out easily enough. Oh, ouch. And that doesn't usually happen, but I guess it can happen. Get a nice backstab on this guy. Awesome. Titanite shard. Oh, and he dropped something too. He dropped a Titanite shard as well. Quite nice, except we don't need Titanite shards. Okay, so you can go either way here. I'll go to the right first. Honestly, there's no real reason to pick any direction. I guess you could go to the left. There's a bonfire down in this direction, but there's a bonfire up there too anyway, so it's not like you're going to be far if you do die. So it really doesn't matter. These guys I really hate. They have a lot of poise. Alrighty. There's one more of them behind this tree, so be careful and take this poison guy as well. He will give you poison if you're not careful. Ouch. Oh my god. This guy is harder than I remember. Not hard, but just annoying. Oh god. I wish he'd stop doing those back steps. I'm gonna die to this dude if I'm not careful. Wow. I guess he does have a lot of poise. I'm pretty sure the enemies in this game have poise. It's just that you and NPC invaders don't. But yeah, he had a lot of poise there. I usually have no trouble stagger locking him there, but I guess the rapier isn't exactly good for that. No, this Black Knight could kick my ass. I'm not sure. The sellsword set is up here, which is the set I've already on me, but if you picked a different class to start the game with, like Knight, which you probably should as a beginner or as a newer player, or in general, it's just the best class, I think. You can get the sellsword set there if you didn't pick Mercenary, which I did pick. Fire and Coal, very important. That allows you to infuse weapons with Heavy, Sharp, and Refined, I think. I'm not... Oh, maybe Poison too. I'm not 100% sure which it does, but yeah. Gotta be careful here. Can I get a backstab? Do I have any... I do. I wonder, does this work? I don't know. I don't think it does, honestly, but we'll see. No, it did not work. I can't parry, by the way. I wish I could parry. How is that not a backstab? Gonna heal up just to be safe. There's a bonfire pretty close by, and the reason to come over here is to get the items which we already got. Okay. Take this guy slow, but you should probably kill him. He can drop some interesting items. Ouch. However, he doesn't stagger easily at all. Oh wow. I certainly do stagger though. That's my first death in combat so far. I guess I'm a casual. And we're gonna have to come back to get our souls, so we might as well challenge him one-on-one the fair way. Quickly ember up. I advise playing through the entire game embered. The health boost is actually just quite substantial, and it'll save you a few unnecessary deaths if you just have that 30% extra HP, especially from attacks like that. If I didn't have the 30, well, I would have died anyway, but you can imagine that there's a lot of situations in which you'd have less than 20% HP, and then you realize if you had that, you would have survived an extra attack. I'm gonna run past these guys. They're probably gonna follow me for all eternity, because that's just how unlucky I am. But I'm gonna run all the way up here and hope they don't. If not, I'll have to kill them anyways. I had a lot easier time there than last time, but I guess it was just a bit of bad luck. Okay, if I die again for this guy, I'm just gonna pick up my souls and run home like a baby. How did that hit me? I literally swear I rolled there, but apparently the game doesn't think so. Heal up. Ooh, close. Kinda wanted to get a backstab. Yeah, backstab would make this so much easier. Ooh, way too close. Oh, he dropped nothing for me. He does give a few souls to make up for that, I guess. But I'm going to quickly return to the Lost Bonfire rest of that. And, yeah, see you in a moment, guys. This time we're going to go to the left side. In fact, we're actually going to go straight ahead, so down this path here, and then take a left as soon as you've picked up one item. There's one good item down here I'd advise picking up. Everything else that I don't pick up in the swamp is a green blossom, and therefore a item that you may like to pick up. If you want green blossoms, they help regen stamina faster. Honestly, you get so many of them at points in the game that it doesn't really matter. So those guys are one-hit kills, which is nice. So yeah, there's a shield right in front of us somewhere. I'm trying to think exactly where it is, but I know I'm gonna get punished here. Okay, I think it's right here. There's a crab, so just grab it and run away. The crabs drop a pyromancy ring. I won't be picking that up, just because it's way too time consuming to kill the crabs. Oh, I was invaded. Oh, an NPC. I'm playing on offline mode, by the way, guys, in case it wasn't obvious. So pick up that Titanite shard. Up here there's another Titanite shard, so you make sure you pick up these 2 Titanite shards. Not really important, honestly, but you should already have a +3 weapon, but in case you wanted to mix and match certain weapons, it's good to pick them up in case. There's one item over here, which is a Twin Dragon Great Shield, so it's the first Great Shield you'll encounter in the game, and it's quite okay. It's actually probably one of the weaker Great Shields, but it weighs not that much either, so it's like it's a kind of like a happy medium. It's also got a bit of lore, not lore, but it's been in Dark Souls 1 and 2. It's Patches or Pate's shield. Or is it Pate's shield? No, I'm pretty sure it's not Pate's shield, but it is the first shield you can access in the game, or one of them. I wonder where this invader is. Hazel. Hazel is quite, I want to say, difficult. I actually struggled the first time I encountered Hazel, but honestly, in retrospect, probably not so much. I'd advise taking out these guys quickly too, just because you don't want to deal with these plus an invader. Summon Hodrick. Easier in everyone's game. He will actually fight the invader for you, but he'll also try and kill you, so, you know, just be careful. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. Hopefully he follows me no matter what. There we go. Now just bring them together and they should fight each other. Yep. And you can go and get the winner. They're fighting for the chance to fight you. Also, feel free to throw in a couple of backstabs while they're fighting, if you just want to, I don't know, get some extra free damage in. At least they'll be out of Estus when you do get to fight them, because they'll both heal up against each other. And you can get healed by Hodrick by just standing here. Oh wow, he turned around to fight me. I don't want any part of that. Oh, Haze all fell down. Okay. Oh, that was way too close. He parried me? Oh, please don't one-hit me. He just one-hit me. Ah, okay. That's, that just happened. That's kind of funny. I've done twice in this episode already. Long sword. Your favorite type of sword. The load screens are actually kind of... Wait, actually no. I was going to say they were kind of slow, but I guess not. That wasn't that bad. I'm the biggest noob in the world, I guess. And again, you can actually use Hodrick to fight enemies for you. Get that Estus shard, very important, and I'd advise dropping down from this side just so you don't have to deal with the ambush of the guys up above. Although it's not, you know, too important. Make sure you wake everyone up. This way Hodrick will have to fight in a 2 versus 1. Okay, so that was a bit weird, but I hope everyone's having a good time fighting each other in there, and yeah, you just come back in a minute and reap the rewards. But first, what I like to do is actually get this crystal lizard that's just around this corner. By the way, remember jump attacks are great against these, it knocks them over. There we go. Crystal gem. Let's have a quick look at our stats. Intelligence 10, so we have 10 intelligence, which means that we can talk to the NPC up above. I'll go do that. This guy is some Orbeck of Vinheim. Ah, I got his name. So quickly go through this guy's dialogue, and he'll be the sorcery vendor back at the Firling Shrine. He will abandon Firling Shrine though if you do not give him the sorcery scrolls he requested. You find 4 of these throughout the game. Worth picking up actually, because some of the spells are nice. Crystal magic weapon is definitely one. Is Hodrick still alive? Yeah, he is, because I haven't got the message he's died yet. It's kind of interesting. Oh wow, he's having fun. I might as well clear out this room. There's no reason to really other than the souls, but I figure why not. Thankfully I didn't get staggered there. Because that guy with the spear could have done a lot of damage. Oh, Hodrick's dead. Oh, and these guys are coming for me now. How are they at full health? Hodrick is literally useless. Oh, I hate that attack. I hate stun locks in this game in general, because there's a lot of them. Bring back poise, please. I should probably use my shield to block a bit more too. I sometimes forget I have it on. Okay, there's one more guy down here. He's a lot less health, however. I need more stamina, actually. There we go. I was going to say easy peasy, but that certainly didn't feel easy. Take these guys out. And pick up the heretic staff? Yeah, heretic staff. You may have noticed a room directly opposite us. There is absolutely no loot in there. However, in the room after this room, there is a boss. We're not going to be going straight to the boss. I'll leave that till the end of this part. Instead, I'm going to go in here, this room here, and climb up the stairs. There's 2 enemies up here. You might as well kill them. And there's an item over here as well, so you really do want to come up here. In fact, I'm pretty certain in this little part there's quite a few nice items. The Ring of Sacrifice is one. There's also a golden falcon shield, I believe it's called, and not part of this area, but in the next connecting part, or next connecting segment, there's also the Fallen Knight armor set, which is extremely popular and quite nice looking. Albeit a bit overused in PvP. I see nearly every second person wearing the goddamn thing. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but wow, it's everywhere. Drop down here, Golden Falcon Shield. Okay, I was kind of right about the name. I believe this is a soul packet over here, and then the Fallen Knight set is right down here towards the water. So let's go quickly pick that up. And remember, if I don't pick up any of these items you see in the distance around the place in this lake, that's because they are green blossoms and generally not worth going and fighting crabs for. The crabs do drop the pyromancy ring. I think it's called the Great Swamp Ring. But overall, I think it's kind of a waste killing them unless you're definitely going to use it. And even then, pyromancers shouldn't use the ring because there's a better option later on, and it's not worth the ring slot. In fact, there's 2 better pyromancy rings in the game. Just got invaded again. Escape the crabs, just not worth killing, especially in this swampy water where you just fat roll. There's actually quite a nice tip to beating these 2 guys, is just running straight past them and climbing down the ladder. They will try and kill you, and it's quite funny. There you go. Both dead. 3 kills, didn't even have to swing your sword once. Out here there's only 1 item. Even though there's a stairs leading down, there's absolutely no items down there. Just a blocked off path. So pick up those homeward bones. There's a bonfire straight down there. You could pick it up now, but there's really no point to, because there's no enemies from the other bonfire to this one, because you just cleared the 2 non-respawning enemies away. There is a red phantom that invaded us right out here. Hazel will usually be out here after you've killed those 2 guys. Hazel actually tracks you pretty good. And you actually can get invaded by Hazel twice in this game, which is usually pretty odd. I know Kirk, the Knight of Thorns, can invade you 3 times, I believe, in Dark Souls 1, but in general, you usually only get invaded once per Phantom NPC. Looks like rapiers are still OP in Dark Souls 3. Not that this is player versus player, but the AIs are certainly improved. I just got parried off Hodrick earlier on, and they can guard break you and do things like that. It's quite fun, actually. And they're generally just a bit smarter. Not perfect, of course. They never will be, but yeah. Some of them are more difficult than players, I find. You get a really good catalyst there, the Hazel pick, and you also get, what's the other item? Oh, the Xanthus Crown. Get the rest of the Xanthus set later on. And there's 1 more set of items I want to go pick up quickly. That's a green blossom over there. In fact, I will pick up this green blossom simply because a crab will not aggro once I get it, but it'll show that the rest of the items are green blossoms. Also, we did pick up a shield earlier on, the grass crest shield, and I'm going to equip that because that's actually one of the best shields in the game. It improves stamina regeneration despite its weaker resistance stats, and it's kind of light as well. If you look at it, it's only 4.5. Well, that's not too light, but you get the picture. It's lighter than what I had on. The stamina regeneration is the main reason to use it, though. Especially with a weapon like the rapier, where you can just do things like that. Okay, and there's 2 items in here. There's the Sage's Ring and the Sorcerer's set. So that's the Sorcerer's set. The Sage's Ring must be over here then. Yeah, the Sage Ring actually makes you cast as fast as possible. So Dex improves casting speed, but if you can pretty much ignore that fact if you have the Sage's Ring, since it actually maxes out your casting speed anyway, so Dex then becomes useless for casters. outside of actually just if they're a dex caster. Okay, so that's actually pretty much it for this area. As I've said, there's a couple of green blossoms in the lake area, but I've picked up the Pyromancy Tome, the Crest Shield, and the Fallen Knight set, which are the other things in the area. Okay, and we're back. Unfortunately, as soon as I entered the boss room, my recording did cut. I was actually recording for 15-minute segments because I'm using the PlayStation to record, not a capture card, so it did cut out. So I decided to homeward bone the hell out of that boss room. I was actually doing quite well, but I decided to homeward bone the hell out of that boss room, and I did level up a bit. I didn't upgrade my weapon, but I did upgrade my Estus Shard, so I leveled up, used my souls, and used the Estus Shard. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened, so we're going straight back to the boss room and kicking its ass. And from there we'll actually have finished the entire area. Well, the thing is, I'm going to go to the Fahrenkeep bonfire, or no, I'll do that in the next episode now that I think about it. It probably makes more sense to show how to get to that part from the start of the next episode. Ouch. Well, I'm off to an awful start. I kind of wish that recording didn't cut out. I would have got it on the... would have got a perfect kill. Wow. Kind of easy boss overall, to be honest. Nearly half its health in one stamina bar's worth of poking, eh? Already into phase 2, just after one teleport, so moving on. Gotta be careful about those melee attacks because they do stagger quite... Oh god, I've never seen this move before, wow. I did not know he done that. It's still a pathetic move, but he done it. I guess that's what you get when you're bad and don't avoid any of his swings. But as you can see, this boss is actually quite easy. It can get really, really irritating though, especially if you just get bad luck on these summons. Okay, well, that should be fine. Killed off all of its clones. Just avoid its magic and get a bit closer and you should be fine. There we go. And I think this should be a kill. Oh my god. That was pretty ridiculous. Let's find out which one is the real one, because we can kill him in a couple of hits anyways. No point killing his clones. There we go. Should be fine. And there we go. Whew. I gotta be honest guys, near the end there I got a bit more worried than I should have been. But yeah, that's pretty much this entire area. The Crucifixion Woods, the Road to Sacrifices, actually a couple of small areas, but that's most of this area. Up here, from here forward, is the Cathedral of the Deep, and from back where we killed those two, I like to call them the exiles, the guys with the big club and the big great sword. That's Fahrenkeep. They're two different areas. So yeah, guys, light the bonfire, and I'm going to end this part here. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. You know, if you want to see more, subscribe. If you like the video, you know, leave a like, obviously. If you want to know anything, or say if I missed an item, I'd love to know if I've missed an item. You know, if I have never discovered it before, you know, leave a comment below. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and peace out.